Good morning, Schrute Stocks family. What's going on, guys? Today is Wednesday, February 24th, 2021. This is like my third time doing this retake of a video. So, all right, guys, let's take a look at this. What did I tell you yesterday? What did I tell you? We're gonna recover at some point. We're gonna recover, all right? Now, I can't say we're not going to crash tomorrow or something bad isn't going to happen, but I'm telling you, eventually it's going to happen. You can't be so panicky on the red days. Just because you see red, you can't do that. And I can't even tell you how happy I am to see that. When I was reading those comments yesterday, guys, let me tell you, not one of you guys, not one person was panic sold. I was so proud when I was reading those comments, guys. Oh my God, this community, this family that we're growing, I can tell you truly this is like a family to me, because you know we're all different people, we're all different like backgrounds, different things like that, but man, I can see we have the same values and we have the same goals. That's what I can tell you. We have the same values and we have the same goals, and we are same logic. You know, we're tired of just being stuck, you know, always working like, you know, our jobs and stuff like that. We want to hit $1 million. We want to actually get something going. And guys, you have the right logic, you have the right ideas, man. I was so happy. Some of you guys, forget just not panic selling. Some of you guys bought on the dip. Some of you guys bought it on the dip. That was, oh my God, I was so happy when I saw that you guys purchased on those days. Now that's what I'm talking about. That yesterday was Black Friday. Really, if you had any extra cash sitting on the side, this buying power and whatever, guys, that was a Black Friday deal for you. So I'm going to explain something. Look, I haven't sold anything. Everything's, you know, sticking with the same plays I've been saying. I just hope that my one thing was with the Rocket Mortgage play, I still expected it to run up going into its earnings, but I wasn't expecting a correction like we've been seeing yesterday, and, you know, it's been dipping a lot more than usual. So I wasn't expecting that, but I'm going to reassess it tomorrow and then take it from there. I'm still expecting tomorrow for it to kind of, you know, pick up some momentum just because earnings are coming out. None of my other shares, look, they're all the same. So one thing I want to talk about today is buying on the dip. This is really big. I wanted to talk about with you guys because I know I've been telling you guys to buy the dip, and so is 90% of the YouTubers are saying buy the dip. But what the heck does that really mean, to buy the dip? And I'm going to explain to you something which, look, I've watched many YouTube videos over the years. I've done like, let me tell you something. The advice I'm about to give you, it's coming from experience. Plain and simple, there's no book that can teach you perfectly what to do, what not to do. There's no book that can actually give it to you. So this is what I've learned. If you see a previous peak right here, you can look and see where was its biggest like dip, you know, so you can see what historically has the stock enjoyed doing, okay, during corrections. And so Mark Twain had a really good saying before, guys. I don't know if you've heard of that guy, Mark Twain. He was like a famous, like, I don't know, like author or something. He had a very good saying that says, history doesn't repeat itself, but sometimes it rhymes. And that applies so well in the market, guys. So it applies so well. And this is all pending. There's nothing wrong with the company. Nothing happened, like a factory didn't, like, you know, go under or something. CEO didn't do something stupid. If there's just a regular pullback, you know, let's look at what historically has this stock performed during pullbacks of it, okay? So on a stock like ZOMEDICA, you see it went from $1.30 before, and the lowest point it hit was like the 90-cent mark. So that's 30%, okay? 30%. That's why I always say, look at the percentages. So when you saw here, it hit a 270 peak. Now, you didn't know that was the peak at the time. You don't know that's the peak. So quite honestly, it could have just kept running and running. But when you do find out, okay, that is the peak, when you realize, okay, well, hey, this thing is actually like dipping, what you want to do is this. When you see that, at least this is what I've learned that has helped me. I do a 30%. I find out what 30% off from that peak is, what that peak was, all right? And so 30% off of 270 is $1.89, okay? And the thing is, you don't want to just put in a buy order at $1.89, okay? You don't want to just do that, because remember what I said, that saying, history doesn't repeat itself, but it can rhyme. And so what I like to do is this. So I put it, let's say you divide your money into thirds like this. So let's say you have let's say you have $100. Okay, you only have $100 you're working with. What you want to do when you notice that, hey, this is actually dipping, you want to put in you want to put on a buy order of $33 at $1.89. Okay, 1/3. You put 1/3 of your money at the $1.89 mark. Now what I do is I also add in, and then I do 10% above that. So what's 10% above the $1.89? It's like 208. All right, I have the numbers to the side here. So you put in another buy order for another $33 at 208, and then you do just one other mark like that of another 10% above that. So what's another 10% above that? It's like 228. So you put your last $33 on $2.28. You see what I'm saying, guys? I did the math here. This was its peak before. This is the lowest it got. And so during this whole period here, February 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, you just see it going green, 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 green. You don't know when the pullback is going to happen. You don't know that this is going to be the right. You don't even know. For all you know, it could have just kept running up to like $10. How would we have known, right? But what I'm saying is, you don't know that. And I always say, don't chase the hype. There's always another play, guys. There's always another play. So don't ever just chase the hype, okay? But you see right here, you saw, okay, it dipped, but then it came back up. So remember, even let's say here, you saw that one day that it turned red. Your buy order of what? What did I say those three buy orders were going to be? $1.89, $2.08, and $2.27, right? It wouldn't have gone through on this day. And then you put that, because you saw it was red, so that's the day you decided to put it. Let's just say that's February 9th is the day you decided, hey, I might want to get on display. These are the numbers you can decide of, like what numbers you can kind of think of doing. And then it ran up again, and then you see now it's going down. Now it's going down. And that's where your buy orders and stuff like that can go through. And that's why I say divide it into thirds like this, because you don't know what's going to hit $1.89 again. You don't know what's going to hit. You can't predict it. Honestly, guys, look at this. It ended up dipping yesterday all the way to $1.43. That's way less than $1.89. Yeah, like looking back now, I could have said, oh, buy it at $1.43 because it's the day after. But we don't know that. You know, how would we have known that yesterday? You can't predict it. That's why I say play it out like this. This way, your average buy-in price would have been less. And you know, guys, you can scale this up, scale this down, however you wish. It's really hard for me to give you a direct formula to do this and do that. All I'm going to say is when you have to buy the dip, you need to have some sort of strategy for it. And my one recommendation, don't just put all your money in on the one day it's red. Don't do that. Don't do that. Have a remember, what have I been saying in all these on all these videos, guys? Have a plan and stick to the plan. Have a plan and stick to the plan. Have a plan. This is how much I wish to invest in this stock. Okay, this is how much I want to buy in on the dip. This is how much my stimulus check was for. This is how much my work bonus was. This is how much gift I got for my birthday. And this money I want to invest and buy in on this dip. Because I like this company, I like its fundamentals, and I like where it's going. How you buy the dip, you look at its history, and this is just the way I do it, okay? There's people who may have better methods and things like that. This is just what I found has worked best for me. You do the numbers of how has it done in the past, and then you put in buy orders depending on that. Now, let's say instead of this thing dipping 30% in this case, let's say it dipped 50%. Okay, I don't know the math off the top of my head on it, but let's just say it dipped, I think it's like 70 cents, whatever, no, 65 cents, whatever. Let's just say it dipped a full 50% from this peak, all right? What I personally would have done, I would have just done 5 different buy orders. I would have just done 5 or, 3, 4. I would work with it a little bit better. I typically like to see, if I see it dip by like 60, I would have just done 6 and just done 1/6 of my money, 1/6, 1/6, 1/6. Because, yeah, you're not going to get the cheapest price, obviously. You're not going to get the cheapest price, but this is what I have found the best way to still get my, because here's the thing, guys, if you put the buy order at the lowest level, then it may never get there, and you miss out on the dip completely. You miss out on it entirely. And let's just say you put it all at the, like, oh, it's only like a little bit red. Like, let's just say you bought it in here. Well, guys, you could have gotten a way better deal. You could have gotten a way better deal. And, you know, you can divide it into sixths, fifths, fourths. Even if it's a 30% dip, you could have done it like by 5, you know, so you just put a little skin in the game every day. I have just found this to be my preference in the way that I like things. Yes, I don't always get the best deal, but generally speaking, I end up getting my skin in the game, guys. Trust me, I'm not speaking to you from this because it's something I've read in a book. It's something that I've been told by a friend. Guys, I'm telling you because I've made all the mistakes you might have done, or you might end up doing. I can't tell you the amount of times I've bought in on the hype like this. I'm the guy who bought it at 270 and watched it tank. I've been the guy who bought it right over here. I've been the guy who has kept waiting and waiting. Oh no, it's gonna go lower. It's gonna go lower. I've been the guy who was here at $1.30 saying, "Oh no, I'm just gonna wait till it hits 40 cents again," and it never does. And it never does. Guys, that's why when you're first getting into these plays, the first time you enter these plays, it's pretty risky because here's the thing, guys. The first time around, we don't know how much it's gonna dip. That's the thing. We had no idea the first time that ZOMEDICA fell down again, that it was going to go to 90 cents. It could have gone to 70 cents for all we knew. But you see, because it had this experience in the past, we can now kind of understand what it might do in the future. Maybe, okay, like I said, this thing can do, you know, we can't always predict it 100%, but we can have an idea now. And I want to bring up another example of, you know, my favorite stock, Tesla. So, guys, you know how many people last year were waiting for it to have a pullback? Guys, it just doesn't happen sometimes. So you see what you could have done with Tesla last year, you could have seen in June, okay, it made up a run up from 195 to 300, okay? Or here, this is a better example. That was a run up, sorry. I wanted to show you like what happened when it pulls down again. So it hit a peak of 498 and then it went down to like 300. Okay, so you know that this is something that you might know. If you do the math again and see, okay, and you see this is how much it can dip. I don't have the numbers for this, I'm doing it right now, but you know, you can do the percentage and see how much has it corrected, things like that. You can apply that going forward to a few of these other stocks. You can do that as well. Now guys, in some situations, you may never see the pullback at all. In some situations, you may never see it. So even if you bought it here at this peak, you know, if you bought it at 475, guys, you know how many people would be dying to see 475 today? You know, it all depends upon how long you're willing to hold it. So I want to go back to my ZOMEDICA stock. Guys, even if you bought it here at 270, if we expand this stock out 1, 2, 3 years going forward, this is going to be like a little blip in the chart. You know, it all depends on how long you're planning to hold the stock, how you're trying to do it. You know what I'm saying, guys? This numbers and valuations and stuff that I'm giving you, it's all relative. If this is something that you're looking as a long-term play, guys, you really believe in it, you want to stick with it, guys, you can buy it at any price you want, and it's going to look like a steal in 5 years. You know, no matter how high of a peak this is, it makes no difference, because in 5 years, you know it's going to be much higher. That's like Tesla. You can buy it today, 700. If you're trying to only hold it for a month, who the heck knows? Okay, then maybe you can use the stuff I've taught you on that. If you're just looking to do it though for a long term, 5-10 years, guys, then who the heck cares? This could, if you're trying to do weekly plays and shorter term, then my idea and my strategy could kind of apply here. Because you see, you could have done like the math on this, and you could have done different buy orders along the way. Yeah, it could have worked for that. I'm just saying, guys, when people say buy the dip, it's really relative to what type of play you're trying to do. I hope you follow what I'm saying. Is this a long-term hold for you? Is this a medium term? Is this short-term? Are you like gonna hold it for a day, by the week, by the month? It really depends, guys, on what individually for you are looking for. And that's why for me, ZOMEDICA, what I say, it's kind of like a monthly type of thing. I'm not sure if it's going to be a long-term hold for me and things like that. This may just be something that I keep for, a couple months. So for me, looking at the monthly charts can give me an idea of how to play it. Guys, I know I've talked a lot about this. I know sometimes it can feel like I ramble, but I just don't like people losing money for things that they could have avoided on. That's my only thing, guys. I just don't want to see people losing money when it could have been avoided. Look, it's one thing you're like you're sitting out by the bench and you just got robbed because whatever, just the turn of events, you got robbed. Okay, you couldn't have controlled it. This you have some control on though. You have some control on. And there's people out here on YouTube who are giving you advice that's just garbage, and they're just trying to they just love to say big words to say buy the dip, oh do this, this is going to be a home run play, this and this. Guys, they don't show transparency. If they say buy the dip, ask them what price did they buy the dip. Ask them specifically what price did you specifically buy the dip. Ask them to show the results, because they won't. Guys. These are the same people who will like charge you money and do things like that, and it's just like I don't know, guys. I just really don't. I don't agree with their ethics. Look, every person has the right to do whatever they wish. I just don't like seeing people like, you know, get hurt like this in this market, because so many new investors are going to get turned off when they end up having those situations happen. Let me see what else I got going for you. Yeah, everything. It seems like today is like an okay day in the market. Guys, Bitcoin, I'm going to say it again. On all my videos. I have that link at the bottom for BlockFi. If you want to get in on Bitcoin, that is the best platform I have found to work for me. I've used Coinbase, Gemini, Binance, a whole bunch of these platforms. BlockFi is my favorite one. You don't have to use a link if you don't want. Do your own research, but they pay interest on your Bitcoin. They literally will pay you like 6% interest on it daily. You get daily interest on it. You can actually see it. And the way to play Bitcoin, find a number that is okay for you to be. If you ended up like, let's just say $5, you found out, oh, I lost $5 today. You are not going to lose sleep. You're not going to think about it, whatever. Invest $5 every single day. Have it. They can do the auto invest and things like that. Set that up in the app. All right, guys. Just say, pull out from my account $5 every day into Bitcoin. $5. Whatever it is. If it's $1.50, whatever it is. I know everybody's situation. Maybe it's $500 for you. Whatever it is, that's the way you got to play it, guys. And Bitcoin is not something you time. You just buy in no matter the price. All right. You just buy in right now no matter the price, and you do it this way. That's man. I think that's about everything I have to show you guys. Yeah. I mean, like. Market's looking okay today. You know, things are a little bit of a recovery, but you know, we have to see how things go. I'm hoping tomorrow with that earnings report we can get a little bit of momentum built on Rocket, but you know, who knows? We'll see how it goes. And yeah, guys. Oh, one thing I want to say here at the end. Sorry. I was noticing something in my YouTube statistics, guys. You know. Only 5% of the people who watch my videos are women. Only 5% are women. I was excited yesterday. I saw like 2 or 3 girls commenting. That's amazing. I'm so happy. Like some women are like actually like commenting. They're participating. They're joining in on this community. They're subscribing, being part of the family here. But guys, 5%. Come on, 5%. Come on, guys. Like. I don't know, guys. The thing is, we keep saying we need more women in STEM majors and put them in like engineering, finance, things like that. Like, yeah, it's great. You know, you put them in STEM majors and then they get a good job afterwards. But what do they do afterwards with the money that they earn? They need to understand, like more women need to be in on this. Okay. The stock market is for women too. Money is not discriminatory, guys. Women, they need to understand just as much as guys too. You guys, every person needs to understand how to manage their money, how to invest it, what they should be doing, and how they could grow it. They need to understand that just keeping all your cash sitting in a checking account, it's effectively losing value. You're losing money just keeping it there all day long. Obviously, you need emergency fund, things like that. But you know, we need to get more women involved in the stock market game, guys. I'm very upset with that. So you know, those whatever 5% of women who watch these videos, please share this with a friend. Please share this with someone else. If you don't want to share my videos because whatever, you don't like it, that's fine. You can share like, you know, your own link, share your own knowledge with them. All my guys too. All right. All the guys watching this videos, and there's 95% of people. Guys, get your mom involved. If you have a sister, mom, cousin, friend, anyone that you know who's not involved in this, guys, please show them the way. Please show them something. Because, you know, we're not doing... we're not doing them any justice by what's the point? There's so much money to be made in this market. There's so much money, and it's why would we not get them involved in this? This hits home for me. Really, it does hit home for me. I know I'm talking a lot about it because my mom never understood financial literacy. Yeah, obviously, like, she didn't even know what a 401k was, when I say financial literacy and any of that. And my dad was the only person who knew it. And because of that, when my dad lost his job back when I was a teenager, I had to learn all of this on my own. I had to grow up real quick and learn this on my own because my mom didn't know it. Getting in charge of finances, things like that, guys. We need women involved in this. We need more people, men, women as well. Honestly, if you have a child, if you have a teenager, someone like that, it's never too early and it's never too late. I want that to be the message here. It's never too early to get in on the stock market. It's never too late to get in as well. Okay, all right, guys. Let me know if you guys are tired of hearing my rants on all these different subjects. So thanks again, guys, for being part of this community, growing us together. We're gonna be millionaires one day. We're gonna be going there one day. My goal is 2 years. Let's make it happen. All right, guys. Thanks again for everything that you guys have been giving me. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'm going to catch in with you on the next one. All right, bye.